What's up, Brad here, American Ethnographers. Uh, Shane MacGowan died recently, and it brought to mind something that I haven't heard people talk about, and I just wanted to take a minute to kind of give it some air. Uh, I won't pretend to be a huge Pogues fan. I was aware of Shane and the Pogues. Um, the the song "Love You Till the End" was my the song for my first dance with my wife at my wedding. Um, my wife knew the song, found it, and suggested it, and it's a wonderful song. And it was a great memory and a great experience. Um, so that for that reason, I guess, I mean, it taps in a little. It makes it a little more real for me, I guess. But the band was not my band. He was not my guy. A lot of respect for what the man had accomplished, and in reading his obituaries, that only intensified. But in reading one of those obituaries, I got tipped off in a weird way about probably the band's biggest hit, Fairy Tale of New York. And listened to it. It wasn't a song that really don't know that I'd heard. If I had heard it, it never stuck with me. Undeniably, great song, great melody, and the lyrics are, for the most part, good. But there's a very surprising gay slur in the song, and I haven't heard people talk about that. Did a little bit of reading, and I guess there was some trepidation on Shane's part and the band's part and their collaborators about that lyric. And it got edited at times in the past. I was a little surprised, though. I watched coverage of Shane's funeral, which was in a church in London, if I remember correctly, and a group of musicians got up and played the song "Fairy Tale of New York," and I was waiting for that moment to see what would happen. And the lyric, the gay slur, the F word, was uttered in a church in 2023, and I think it's important for us to talk about the ways that people that we respect, even people that, I've heard him called a genius in many of the eulogies that I've read, the epitaphs, that even people that have great stature who contributed amazing art and great things have and did bad things, right? He said something or wrote something here in this case, or was associated with this lyric that is not okay. It wasn't okay when it was written in the 80s. It's not okay today, many years later. And we need to be a little more open about that. At some time in the not so distant future, other people like, say, Eric Clapton are going to die, and we're going to get another whitewashed version of this kind of sanitized idea about who that person was, and I don't think Shane MacGowan is at the same level of kind of ick of Eric Clapton and his kind of racist reactionary politics, but all of that needs to be something that, as complex human beings, we need to lay out on the table, and none of us are immune to that. When I die, I should not be remembered as this sterile, cleansed version of myself. I'm a person with warts and blind spots, and a person who did and said things that he has and should regret. But that's not the. It's not okay to in respect for a person, pretend that they were the second coming. So just want to get that out there. This isn't to throw shade on the memory of Shane as much as it is to just contribute to the already complicated story about who he was, right? And the undeniable beauty that he created, that, like all beauty, sometimes is peppered with ugliness. So, food for thought, not a disparaging post here, just something for us to be aware of, I guess.